Hey Scorpio, what is going on? I'm Matthew Oliver, and this is your general reading for the month of February. So, Scorpio, there's some really nice energy coming through at the start of the month because we have Venus in one of her favorite signs of Pisces. Pisces is a fellow water sign, so this will make a benevolent trine to whatever you have in Scorpio, sun, rising, or moon. This is really nice because Scorpios, we've been going through it for a minute with that South Node energy, with Saturn in Aquarius, with Uranus in Taurus. And speaking of Saturn, it's going to be finishing up its transit on March 7th. So this is the last full month of Saturn making a square to our Scorpio placement. So it's nice to have Venus, a benefic planet, giving us some love. So please take advantage of those loving connections of pleasure, fun, money, opportunity, whatever it's in. I'd look at the house in your natal chart ruled by Pisces, so you can kind of see where those extra blessings are coming in. I know for me personally, I have Venus in my third house right now, and I'm getting like random deals from Uber or like people in my community are really helping me out. So it's been a nice little gift. Also, this month as well, given that we have all this strong Aquarius energy, Sun, Saturn, and Mercury up until around February 20th, Aquarius season, just know that you might be feeling more pulled with that cerebral aspect, with independent thinking, with innovation, and it might just be where your heart is saying one thing and your head is saying another, or where you might just feel called and pulled that you're working extremely hard. So as the work is there, as you're going forward and building your empire, building your dreams, don't forget about Venus in Pisces. She's going to be there until the 20th of February. So don't be afraid of beautifying certain things or enjoying the pleasure or connecting with loved ones or a lover, because that energy is readily available to you. So it doesn't have to just be work, 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 work. We also want to honor the great transits while we have them, all right? Even with Venus going into Aries, that's not a bad thing. It's moving into a fellow Martian sign. But when one of the benefics are happy, especially with all the transits that we've been facing, it gets to benefit us as well, especially around that Valentine's Day mark, because then Venus is going to be conjunct Neptune. So that's going to be a really beautiful time. So if you have certain projects on the go or a lot of studying to do, get that done before, like, let's say February 10th. So between February 10th and February 20th, you can just be open to all of these Venusian blessings, all right? So let's see what the cards have to say for Scorpio. All right. So this just flew out on its own reverse. So we have the Four of Wands reversed with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So some of you might be working around family issues or matters of the home or your private life and just really reevaluating. It's like, do I actually want this anymore? Do I want to live where I'm currently living? Or do I want to maybe switch things up and switch the decor or sell certain things and call new energy in? Am I wanting to spend lots of time with certain family members or thinking about your private life? And I mean, Scorpio already does this anyway. It's kind of like a common joke per se that Scorpio can count its close friends on one hand, but there might be certain people that maybe are on thin ice or people that are just pissing you off. And you're like, I don't want to keep having this energy in my life. It's not conducive. Or there could be an energy of people in your home, like maybe you have house guests or maybe you have family members staying with you or family members who want to stay with you, and you're really deciding, it's like, do I actually want that? I think there's going to be supreme clarity. And I know for me, when I'm contemplating close loved ones or people in my life, when I feel the energy of them not in my life, or am I putting stronger boundaries, I usually get a lighter feeling in my body, especially when I say like no to a certain opportunity with regards to business. I'm like, no, that's not aligned. Thank you for the offer. Once I send that email or that text, I feel my body physically getting lighter. This energy of like bubbles or like champagne moving through my body. I'm like, oh, like cheers. My body's like, good. That was not in alignment for you. So I think if you can trust in your mind, trust in your intuition, what it's telling you, even if it might seem harsh or unkind, quote unquote, you're going to know who you want in your circle or who you want in your life. And there could also be a situation where you want to move or your home doesn't feel safe anymore. You're like, no, I'm actually looking at different opportunities. And that download is likely to come. It's like, oh, this is where I'm feeling called to grow. And this could also be past like partners, like given that the Four of Wands upright is literally showing a couple like getting married in their home. So if a past lover or a past partner is kind of come in, you might be deciding it's like whether or not you want to welcome them back into your life. I just think that someone from your past, whether it be a family member, a loved one, or a lover, is likely to try and come back in, which would make sense with that Venus and Pisces conjunct Neptune. But then we have all that Aquarius energy, which is what I spoke about at the beginning of the video, of like using your head or using discernment and not necessarily allowing your heart to be taken advantage of. And I think that clarity, like that Ace of Swords, that Aquarius energy is like, let's think back to our boundaries or what actually is going to feel good in the long run instead of maybe instant gratification, or maybe these people are saying the right things like, where is the proof, where is the work, where are the receipts, to ensure that we feel safe and secure in our body, in our home, in those close relationships. All right, so let's see what else is coming through for Scorpio. I'm also seeing black licorice, which is a little bit random, but it's almost like an acquired taste, perhaps, or an energy where it's like you're not meant for everyone. So to try and conform or to try and like give away red licorice, it's like, no, I'm black licorice. Like I am something that people that love will love me. I'm not going to try and conform or change myself to become more popular. I'm just going to be authentically myself. Or it could just be like a fellow, like you're going to know what that taste is. You're going to know what that relationship or that love or that lover tastes like. And then you're going to go all in on that, right? Like black licorice has a very distinct taste. And if you know what your boundaries are, if you know what you're calling in with regards to love or opportunity, it's going to be very obvious. Because like if you taste red licorice, if you taste a banana, if you taste black licorice, you're like, it's obvious what I want. So I'm going to just go to the candy store and get the black licorice and be done. All right? It's probably one of the most random downloads I've ever received, but I feel like Scorpios will know exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, exactly. 2. Yes, perfect. So I think you know which fight or which obstacle or which relationship just isn't working. You're like, I'm tired of feeling like I have to defend myself, or I'm tired of feeling like this person isn't getting the hint, or I'm tired of going down this opportunity that just isn't fulfilling anymore, because we have the 5 of Swords with the 2 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. So you're probably going to be putting in a lot of work, Scorpios, into something that feels aligned, something that you actually want to do, instead of something that maybe isn't bringing you joy anymore, or a relationship that just isn't working. You're like, I'd rather just work on myself or work on this new path. I think a move is very evident for some of you, given that we have the 4 of Wands reversed and then we have the 2 of Wands. And that might be intense because you're like, I'm uprooting my entire life, whether you're moving within your city or moving to a different country. But it's like, this is actually what's going to serve me best right now. I don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I just think the aspect of real estate in some way, shape, or form is coming in. Or it might just be someone that you're close to is moving, and that is going to cause you maybe a little bit of distress, or it might even like clarify something. It's like, great, well, that person's moving. I'm now going to focus my energy on myself for this new relationship because that person's not going to be in my immediate circle anymore. It could also be a family home as well that's coming up for like sale, or you have to like focus on like family real estate and that deal is going to be finalized right now. Something around home, family, inheritance, which are like very like Scorpionic energy in terms of like mortgages, wills, real estate, things like that. But yeah, there's probably something in the midst near the end of the month, Scorpio, where you know you just want to go all in, that you want to master, that you want to work really hard for. And that either will be a move, a career shift, a new opportunity, or just something that you've been working on right now. And it's like, I know this is the right path. There's no more confusion. I think potentially also that energy or that distraction is going to be very obvious. Like, this is actually taking me further away from where my heart, my mind, my soul is calling me. I'm going to leave this and go fully here and not look back. Burn the bridge, burn the other path. You're like, I don't need to go back there anymore. I know exactly where I'm going. All right. So that is our general reading for the month of February. If you want to go further into these themes on a one-on-one reading, all my availability is up to date on my website at www.stillwateralchemy.com. Please feel free to share this reading with a fellow Scorpio, king, queen, royalty, if you feel called. I would appreciate it. And if you are curious about the astrology side of things, Farah, Sadiq, and I are going to be launching our astrology course on April 8th. So I'm going to post the link to the landing page in the description of this video so you can look into that in greater detail if you're curious. Thank you for watching, Scorpios. Have a powerful, illuminating, focused month ahead, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.